Our topic is types of frequency distribution series or continuous series. If we have a continuous series, how many types we can have? Generally, we have five types. We have five types for a continuous series. Continuous series, as we know, is that series in which there are the values which are in groups, which are in classes. So series is continuous when we have groups of data, that is grouped data. It is also called grouped data. What are these types? Number first is exclusive series. Exclusive series. Number second is inclusive series. Number third is open end series. Open end series. Number fourth is cumulative frequency series. And number five is mid-value series. Mid-value series. So for a continuous series, we have five types, five forms. Let's take the first one, inclusive series. Exclusive series. Exclusive series. So it is that series in which every class interval excludes the value of its upper limit. That series in which the value of its upper limit, the value of its upper limit is not included in the class. So that series in which every class excludes the value of its upper limit. In this series, the upper limit of one class becomes the lower limit of next class. Lower limit of next class. एक क्लास का अपर लिमिट दूसरे क्लास का लोअर लिमिट बन जाता है. So it is class exclusive series because frequency of upper limit. So in this series, the frequency of upper limit of every class is not included in that class. That means the frequency of upper limit की जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो इस क्लास में इंक्लूड नहीं होती है. The frequency of upper limit of every class is not included in that class. Thus we can say that, for example, we have an example. If we have class 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, it means the frequency of this 5 is not included in this class. It is included in next class, in this class 5 to 10. The frequency of 10 is not included in this class. It is excluded from this class and included in this class. Thus, that is why we call it exclusive series, because it excludes the value of its upper limit. For example, we have a series like this. We have, for example, marks, and we have frequency. We have marks and we have frequency. For example, it is like this: 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. This is our series. For example, frequency is 3, 2, 5, 9, 8. Here, the upper limit of one class becomes the lower limit of next class. 1. The value of upper limit does not include in this class. This class includes values only 0 to 4.5. 5 itself is not included in this class. Frequency of 5 is included in this class. Frequency of 10 is included in this class. It is excluded from this class. That is why it is called a exclusive series. So this is first type or first form of continuous series. To clear it, thus a series in which upper limit of one class becomes lower limit of next class. 1. Second, when the value of our upper limit is not included in that class, it is included in next class. It is included in next class. So this is all about the exclusive series. Now we will take the next form of this continuous series. Next form is inclusive series. It is opposite to exclusive series. Second is inclusive series. Inclusive series. Inclusive series. Inclusive series is that series which includes the value of its upper limit. Which includes the value of its upper limit. That series which includes the value of its upper limit, or in which all values up to its upper limit are included. So this is such a series which includes all value of its upper limit in the same class. So a class includes all values from lower limit to upper limit. The upper limit of one class does not become the lower limit of next class. The upper limit of one class does not become the lower limit of next class. The upper limit of one class does not become the lower limit of next class. So there is gap between. So there is gap between upper limit of one class and lower limit of another class. Lower limit of next class. यहाँ अपर लिमिट और लोअर लिमिट के दरमियान गैप है. एक अपर लिमिट होगा एक क्लास का, वो दूसरे का लोअर लिमिट नहीं बनेगा. दैट विल बी डिफरेंट. फॉर एग्जांपल मैं ऐसी क्लास दे दूंगा, किस तरह इसमें है 0 to 5 इज वन क्लास. सॉरी, मैं ऐसे लिखूंगा 0 to 4. So all values between from 0 to 4 are included in this class. 5 to 9, इसी तरह 10 to 14, इसी तरह 15 to 19, etc. So classes are formed in this way. Thus, it shows that all items from 0 to 4 are included in this class, and the values, all values from 5 to 9 are included in this class. We can make a series like this. For example, this is marks and this is frequency. For example, we have 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29. Series like this, 0 to 4, then next class becomes 5 to 9, then next class becomes 10 to, it is not a continuous form. This is all values between 0 from 0 to 4, then 5 to 9. For example, frequency is like this: 3, 5, 9, 8, 10, 7. So this is the shape of form of inclusive series, which is also a continuous series. All are these continuous series, forms of continuous series. Then we take the next one, that is open-end series. Then we have the next open-end series. Third one is open-end series. In this series, the lower limit of first clause and the upper limit of last clause is missing. In this series, write down, in this series, the lower limit of first clause and the upper limit of last clause are missing. Lower limit of first clause and upper limit of last clause are missing. So this series is called open-end series. One feature of the series is that there is no lower limit for first clause and upper limit of last clause. In this series you can see less than or below is used for lower limit of first clause. यहाँ फर्स्ट क्लास के लोअर लिमिट के लिए वर्ड इस्तेमाल किया जाता है लेस देन और बिलो, एंड मोर देन और अबो is used for upper limit of last clause. यहाँ फर्स्ट क्लास के लोअर लिमिट के लिए लेस देन या बिलो इस्तेमाल किया जाता है और लास्ट क्लास के अपर लिमिट के लिए मोर देन और अबो इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. That is why we call it open end series. इसका कोई end नहीं है, end is open. Thus, we can give a simple example for this. In this series, less than or below is used for lower limit of first clause and more than or above is used in place of upper limit of lost color. Example, sample, Marcus, and frequency. So we clarify it that less than or below is used for lower limit of. So there we use less than or below. For example, 5. All values less than 5. Then we have, for example, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. Then we have more than 25. More than 25. So all values more than 25. This series is called, or we can use 25 and above, or more than 25, less than 5, and these two words make it open end series. For example, frequency is 2, 3, 9, 10, 7, 5. So this is called open end series. यहाँ पहला जो क्लास इंटरवल है उसका लोअर लिमिट पता नहीं है और लास्ट क्लास का अपर लिमिट पता नहीं है. तो नेक्स्ट वन इज cumulative frequency series. Fourth one, cumulative frequency series. So in this series we calculate the cumulative frequency for every class. It is a series in which frequencies are continuously added for each class interval to make the cumulative frequency for every class interval. In this series frequencies of every class is continuously added. In this series, frequencies are continuously added, or frequencies of all classes are continuously, every class is continuously added to make cumulative frequencies. To make cumulative frequency. To make cumulative frequency, the frequency of first class or the frequency of last class. Frequency of first class or frequency of last class becomes first cumulative frequency. First cumulative. ये हमें चॉइस है कि हम frequencies ऐड करेंगे फर्स्ट क्लास से या लास्ट क्लास से. So the frequency of first class or the frequency of last class becomes first cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. So here the frequency of first class or the frequency of last class becomes first cumulative frequency. Then frequencies are are added. Then frequencies are added to make cumulative frequency. What is the example for this? Very simple example. Very simple to construct this cumulative frequency series. For example, we have marks and number of students or frequency, and we can make this is marks, this is frequency, and this is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. जिसको हम सी एफ कहते हैं, इसको एफ कहते हैं, एफ एंड सी एफ. ये एफ है और ये सी एफ. अगर हम ऐसे बनाएंगे इसको, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, and 30 to 35. फिर हम क्या करते हैं, let us have frequency 3, 8, for example 9, 4, 5, 2. अब cumulative frequency बनाना है. किस तरह? हमने पहले ही बताया कि पहले क्लास की फ्रीक्वेंसी जो है वो पहली cumulative frequency बनती है या लास्ट क्लास की, ये हमें चॉइस है. अगर यहां से बनाएंगे तो फिर इसके साथ ऐड करना है, अगर यहां से बनाएंगे इसके साथ ऐड करेंगे. पहली फ्रीक्वेंसी बन गई cumulative frequency. अब फ्रीक्वेंसी को ऐड करेंगे. 8 and 3 is 11, 11 plus 9 is 20, 20 plus 4 is 24, 24 plus 5 29, 29 plus 2 is 31. So this is the way how to calculate the cumulative frequency. First frequency becomes first cumulative frequency. Then this and this it is added to make this. ये और ये ऐड हो जाता है और ये बन जाती है. फिर ये और ये ऐड हो जाती है, ये बन जाती है. फिर ये और ये ऐड हो जाती है, ये बन जाती है. फिर 24 और 5 ऐड हो जाती है, ये बन जाती है. 29 और 2 ऐड हो जाते हैं, 31 बन जाता है. This is how to calculate the cumulative frequency series. The first frequency becomes cumulative frequency, then frequencies are continuously added. Continuously added. Then the last one is mid-value series. Mid-value series. Fifth one is mid-value series. Mid-value series or frequency series containing mid-value. Containing mid-value. So frequency series which contains mid-value is that series in which we have only mid-values in place of class intervals and the frequencies of each mid-value is given. So that series in which mid-values are shown in place of class intervals. So there is no class interval, but in place of class interval there is mid-value. We have only mid-values for each interval. That is, we have only mid-values. We have only mid-values for in place of or for a class intervals. For class intervals. For every class interval, we have mid value. We have no class interval. And also the frequency is given for each mid value. The frequency is given for each mid value. हर एक मिड वैल्यू के लिए, जिस तरह हर एक क्लास इंटरवल के लिए ये फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, इस तरह यहाँ हर एक मिड वैल्यू के लिए फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है, एंड दैट इज द फॉर्म ऑफ frequency series. The series is like this. We have here mid values, we have frequency. क्या क्या है? 5 है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 15 है, 25 है, 35 है, 45 है. These are mid values, no class interval. For every mid value, for each mid value we have frequency. 6 है, 5 है, 11 है, 9 है, 8 है. So this is called mid value series. So before proceeding, or when we want to solve this type of series, we can convert these mid values into class intervals. That is the next step. How to convert? You can write down how to convert mid values into class interval. How to convert mid values into class interval. So as we know, class interval has two limits. One is upper limit. For example, we have a series 0 to 5. This is lower limit, this is upper limit. 5 to 10, lower limit and upper limit. So we have to change these mid values into this lower limit and upper limit. इसके लिए हमें फार्मूला है कि लोअर लिमिट के लिए क्या करना है, अपर लिमिट को बनाने के लिए क्या करना है. फ्रॉम दीज मिड वैल्यूज, हमारे पास मिड वैल्यू, इस मिड वैल्यू को कैसे हम लोअर लिमिट बनाएंगे और अपर लिमिट बनाएंगे. द फॉर्मूला इज सिंपल. फॉर मेकिंग लोअर लिमिट L1, फॉर्मूला है m माइनस 1/2i. ये हम अभी डिस्कस करेंगे. इसी तरह अपर लिमिट के लिए है m प्लस 1/2i. व्हाट इज दिस m? m होता है व्हाट इज योर मिड वैल्यू. तुम्हारा मिड वैल्यू क्या है? m मीन्स मिड वैल्यू. ये i है डिफरेंस बिटवीन मिड वैल्यूज. फर्क क्या है? डिफरेंस बिटवीन मिड वैल्यूज. अब लोअर लिमिट के लिए फॉर्मूला है मिड वैल्यू माइनस 1/2i. इस मिड वैल्यू के लिए अगर हमें लोअर लिमिट और अपर लिमिट बनाना है तो हमें क्या करना है, ये मैं यहां दिखाऊंगा आसानी से. अगर हमें इसके लिए लोअर लिमिट बनाना है, लोअर लिमिट L1 बनाना है पहले मिड वैल्यू के लिए, फॉर मिड वैल्यू फर्स्ट. मिड वैल्यू क्या है? फॉर्मूला में बता है मिड वैल्यू क्या है? 5 माइनस 1/2. I इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन मिड वैल्यूज. मिड वैल्यूज में क्या डिफरेंस है? क्या डिफरेंस है इसमें? 5 to 10 से कितनी डिफरेंस है? 5 to 15 में कितनी डिफरेंस है? 15 to 25 में. यहाँ सारे जगह पे हमें डिफरेंस मिलती है 10 की. 10 की डिफरेंस है इनटू 10. 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is 5 minus 5 it is 0. So इसका जो लोअर लिमिट होगा वो 0 होगा. इसका लोअर लिमिट 0 होगा. अब अपर लिमिट देखना है L2. मिड वैल्यू है 5 प्लस 1/2 इंटू 10. 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is 5 प्लस 5 is 10. So upper limit इसका 10 आ गया. this is the way, this is the formulas how to convert the mid values into class intervals. इसी तरह अगर हम दूसरा उठाएंगे, ये वाला 15 वाला, इसका L1 क्या बनेगा? L1 है 15, मिड वैल्यू है 15 प्लस 15 प्लस 1/2 इंटू i है 10. डिफरेंस है 10 इनकी. 10 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is, ये हो गया सॉरी सॉरी, इसका L1 बनाना है, सॉरी इसका L1 बनाना है, L2 नहीं बनाना है, पहले पहले L1 बनाना है। L1 किस तरह बनाएंगे? L1 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 is M is 15 minus 1 by 2 into I है 10, 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is 15 minus 5 it is 10। so इसका लोअर लिमिट बन गया 10। अपर लिमिट क्या बनेगा? L2 L2 is 15 plus 1 by 2 into 10, 2 1 is 2, 2 5 is 15 plus 20, 15 plus 5 it is 20। so इसका बन गया 20। so accordingly we can make the class intervals for all classes, for all, sorry, mid values, for all mid values we can make lower limit and upper limit by following these formulas. When we follow these formulas, this procedure, for lower limit m1 minus 1 by 2 I is difference between mid values, m is mid value, and L2 is upper limit, m plus 1 by 2 I। so the this is all about the types of continuous series. Thank you very much.